Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. I'm just setting up here as usual at the very beginning, so I'm just going to go ahead, get the link and post it around a couple of places, and then away we go. I'll probably be talking a little bit more about the thank you video that I put up, but yeah, we'll be going through a bunch of stuff. Let's do. Just make sure I've. Huh, interesting. Like, in the process of making sure that I post up the link here, I'm just finding some interesting other stuff. Okay. Should be good to go here. Okay. Right, so we're getting started here. I'm doing the new area. Or parts of the new area. I'm just trying to work it out at the moment, scale-wise. Room by room. This one's the room that you fall down in. I need Toriel. Where's Toriel? She's like round here. Trying not to spoil previous rooms, even though we've got like a ton of them here that have like a lot of detail on. I just want to skip through to where I'm up to, and then we can go back, because my idea is to delete everything from like back here at this point. It's actually kind of cool as well, because we only have to go up to there and then we're in the new area, so fun stuff. This is gonna look so cool with Frisk. Okay, so first off, let's get an idea of how big this place is gonna be. That's actually not too bad. I need to move the door open here. Let's move that, because if it's not centered to the bridge, it's just gonna look offset and stupid. So if I just do that, hopefully that's fine, and then we can go from there, because I'm gonna need the next area, which is the bridge. Hello, Sammy. Hey, Swoop. Yeah, excuse me. Hey, Rents. I think I should mention to everybody before I really dive into this properly. I am so sorry if anybody got confused that the title of the thank you video looked like I was quitting. That's totally not what I wanted that to be. I can understand, like, from my point of view, when I put it up, I was like, oh, it doesn't look too bad. I'm literally just saying thank you to everybody. And then I had quite a few people actually being like, dude, are you okay? You quitting? And I'm like, no. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that looked like I was just sort of being like, no, this is my final video, bye, because a lot of people do that, you know. Did you manage to get Zoid's will to work? I have not tried it yet. I've kind of held off just for a little bit while doing things. But yeah, I'll get round to it eventually. What I'm doing at the moment here is just trying to bring out these walls. A friend was having trouble unzipping it the other day. What I'll try and do is, either later or at some other point, I'll go through it. Mainly just because of me wanting to do so much at the moment. Like, I even want it on the Battlefield beta. I think I've got it installed right now, or it's installing. And I'm just like, dude, I want to go on that as well. It's so many things. It's just crazy. Legit, no rush or anything. Yeah, it's good. I think I'm going to make this room slightly taller, because I know it's like a small corridor that leads into Napstabluke's area over here. Because, like, if we go through this visually, this is like the three switch room. This is the bit where you fall down in. There's the huge corridor with the cheese in the center. Then we got Napstabluke, the spider area, the frog room, and then the start of what will be the downward spiral that goes around to Toriel's house, and then we split it up. In one of your videos, you said you needed voice actors, right? Yes, I could go through the most recent people sending stuff in, because they're actually pretty good. The thing is, I know with the way that I communicate, like I was saying in the thank you video, sometimes it can come across bad even though I don't mean for it. So it's like, I'm not so sure whether I want to turn around and be like picking voice actors like on video. So I'll leave that, but I don't mind people applying and having a go just to see what happens. Let's see. Is it bad if I say which character I applied for? No. I did a few lines for the river person, but I can't attach more than one file on the website. The website is incredibly weird, right? Because like I had a look at it, and it keeps telling me I've got more and more people signing up for like stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's great. But then it doesn't actually show them on the main page. I have to go into like DMs and stuff. So that was a bit weird. Just trying to see about. This is like this little trick that I've been on about for ages, where I use the same doorway for like everything, just to make it easy. Very weird. Right, now let me just check, because I've got so many. Oh, there's Sammy. I literally see Sammy's thing on the website now. I was gonna check it, but I'm not gonna do it on stream. Like I was saying, the difference between actually doing a sound test on stream where everybody gets to hear, and going through ones on stream that are potential, is I run the risk of sounding really nasty when I'm like, nah, I'm not so sure about this one. And, you know, like, the thing is, I doubt somebody will have, like, wanted to give out voice work like that as, like, an open test, and then unknowingly be put, you know, on review, basically, on stream. So I'm not going to do that. I don't think that that's fair on people. I'll do that in private, and then once I get like the proper roles assigned, that's when I'll do like a sound test for everybody, and that's when everybody can have fun and get to listen to their own roles or whatever. But yeah, for the moment, I decided it would be for the best if I stay away from audio stuff, so then people aren't sort of getting either embarrassed or upset, you know, because I don't want people to try out and meanwhile have people come in the comments later and be like, you know what, that doesn't sound good. And it's like, well, yeah, but we didn't really need to say that, you know. Swoop says, I like mysterious and unknown people, so I applied for River Person, even though my audio is garbage. Would it be alright just to put the files in the server then? Yeah, you can, by all means, put the files in the server. Or, for instance, if you're on any other server with me, and it allows files, put them there. By that, I mean, like, Dork's Inverted Fate. You should be able to put them on there as well, I think. I can't confirm that, but I think you can. So hopefully, that should be okay. But yeah, any way that you can get the stuff to me, please do. Oh my god, this room is massive. Look at this, right? This is supposed to be the cheese room, right? If we go from here through the back of Toriel's head, that's massive. I'm gonna have a bit of a cough here because I have a bit of a cold. I still need to put the indent in the wall here for the actual cheese, but that is just like even prototyping that. It looks bigger. Oh god, I just realized the geometry on the back of Toriel's head. Let's just ignore that. I didn't realize it looked like that. I'm not really going to wireframe in like ages. Poor Toriel. I think this should be okay. The whole thing is I wanted it to be a long room, but it's just everything is a little bit supersized at the moment, primarily just for me trying to get this right. Can we see about getting rid of that one, because that one's literally just a tester. Okay. So yeah, the idea here is I go through and I get all of the rooms, or most of the rooms, blocked out, so that we know what's going on. I just realised I did that and I didn't need to. Because if I just block them out, then that's great, because it means that at a later time, off stream or whatever, I can come in and do the details, and then everything's good. So if I set that back into the wall a little bit there, that's going to probably end up like a shrine. I can tell you that now, because of how that looks. Right, we got this area, which we come in from over here. We got the 3 switches, and then we go through here. That looks big enough in first person, but I can tell you now that's probably going to end up kind of like a little shrine place with the cheese and the save, and then I've got to make sure I put a hole in the wall over here somewhere. I should even do like a funny thing and just have like this with the stones, but miniaturized for the mouse. That'd be so funny. Then we got Naps the Blue Expert, so I'm gonna need it. I keep carrying this whole like Oblivion style look all the way through. I think it actually looks really good. I can't wait to see what everybody thinks about it, because it's taken a long time to do, but goddamn is it impressive when you see it. Let's see. Epic Shadow says, hello there. Hi! Who shot Toriel? Yeah, hello to anyone that's new. Please tell me if you're new, just so I can kind of lay out what's going on instead of, you know, like just doing things and nobody really having any context. Right, so this is... Awesome job you have, man, says Damon. Thank you very much. Again, today's been great for me. Like, going out and getting stuff sorted, like, organization-wise, with Rachel helping. That's been really fun. I'll have to post images of the setup on the Immersiontale Discord, but like, I got stuff really well organized at the moment, so I'm happy my desk is not full of clutter at the moment. Oh, because that has been like the bane of my existence for quite some time. Right, let's see. That's the spider room there. That's probably going to be made a little bit bigger. The idea here is every time we do a new bit, we put one of the entrances in there. Your project has a Discord. The project Discord only... Well, it's pretty much the same as any other Discord that I post on. It has the same updates. The only difference is that it's mainly for the cast and crew. That's why nobody knows about it, unless I mention it in Discord. Not Discord, sorry, in video. It's only for the cast and crew, mainly just so it doesn't get swamped by everybody. And it's just so I can easily keep track of stuff. So it's nothing special. It might sound like it, but it's literally, I post exactly the same stuff I do on like everywhere else on it. The difference is that I can also easily pick out cast and crew and be like, yeah, so anyway, does anybody want to do these lines? You know, like for instance, recently I posted up the video in main chat there about the extra lines, and I was just like, just letting anybody know that there are other roles to do if you want. And then there were a bunch of people that were like, oh yeah, I don't mind trying it out for that. So yeah, it's all good. I just I think I've mentioned it before, but I wanted to keep the cast and crew separate, mainly just because of, you know, like the whole thing that I've mentioned before about the age difference between some of the cast and crew, and including me and the rest of the fandom. It's just something that I'm not really comfortable with. So it's like I always like trying to keep those two things separate, just to make sure that nothing comes about that, because you know what people are like sometimes when they get really mean and start spreading either rumors or whatever. I don't want drama that other YouTuber content creators for Undertale have had, you know. I keep myself to myself. I don't do anything that I shouldn't, and a lot of respect is given to everyone that works for me, you know. So we're all good. You animating keyframes, right? Yes. And I got a message though. I need to check that out. I'm wondering whether I do that as a different setup there because of this bit. New coughs, says John. Okay, so 7th through 10th. Oh, that's just for the battlefield stuff. Let's see. Let's see. This is kind of sad. After I made an attempt of recording River Person, I immediately felt like it could be outmatched by others. So I'll give you a little kind of tip for the voice acting stuff that works, as in like sometimes it might sound crazy, but the whole deal with it is more often than not I've come across people that try and do impressions of characters or how they think they would sound. Sometimes, like especially with the minor ones, this is more so for like Luke's and astigmatism and everything else, but you can still apply it to certain ones. For different characters, even though, you know, your natural instinct might be to try and put on some kind of impression, try doing your natural voice for at least one take. The one that you would use just in day-to-day life. The reason why I say that is because quite a few times I've asked for that from people, and that's been great, you know. So, you don't always have to put on kind of an impression, as it were. You can still make it through with just, you know, just sounding normal. Let's see. Average says, just saying, if you animate anything, you could look into Endorphin. I don't use manual keyframes for like physics and stuff. I think I mentioned it a while ago. I actually use what was it, Fizzbones or something else. It's an add-on that I've got where basically it allows me to automate all of that, because obviously it would take too long. Excuse me, if I did it any other way. So yeah, I don't do it manually anymore. I've not done it manually for quite some time actually, so let's see. BF6 is alright. I am so hyped to get on that. I'm assuming there's no like hard limit to the timing on it, so I can easily sort of turn around and be like, oh yeah, I'll jump on that, say like after this, because that was my whole plan. I'm hoping that's the case anyway, because I want to have some fun. I want to see if I can get people to dog tags. Like I was a absolute demon for that in Bad Company 2, and if I can get dog tags from people in BF6, well then, I'm gonna be over the moon. You're a Fizzbones, Sky. Hey, Sky. Endorphin is basically ragdolling characters but have accurate physics. Interesting. Open weekend is this week from 9 till 10. I have it installed at the moment, John. Does that automatically mean I can go on it? No. Swoop says, I recorded my audio for the River Person. I wanted to make my voice sound soothing or mysterious. That's fair. That's fair. Again, with takes and stuff, I did mention it to some of the cast, but I said, like, look, if you want to, because there are a few members of the cast that actually don't have roles. I got them in to do, say, like, one role. So an example might be like Muffet. Muffet had a lot of people going for her, and then what happened was when Z did the lines for her, they were great. So I was like, okay, they can't be matched by anybody else, and sure enough, they weren't. So I was like, okay, now we've got a problem because Muffet's filled, and I don't have anybody else's role to fill in for this other person that's going for her. So that's where it's like, okay, that person will then do like an attempt at going for another role instead. So when they asked about it recently and said like, look, what other characters can I go for here? I mentioned all of the ones that were available, and I just said, look, go for as many as you possibly can. Don't just like specialize. if you want to specialize and go for one individual character, make that take the best that you possibly can. But if you go for as many as possible and try and vary it, you have more chance of getting at least one of them. And again, the other piece of advice I gave was just put as much emotion into it as you possibly can and try and match the infliction. So say, like, for instance, if a monster's saying something that sounds very emotional, like, don't give up or whatever, don't just be like, don't give up. Because it's just monotone and it doesn't sound right. That will immediately, like, not get through, obviously. Try and really sell it, and yeah, by doing that, you stand way more of a chance than just worrying like that you might not get like one roll. Let's see. Next week is the open beta from the 14th to 17th. This week is only 9th and 10th, unless you have a code. Okay, that's fair. Moody, I want to stream in the same lobby as the dog tagger himself, or at least that's what you present yourself as. So I think, can I just check this out real quick? Do they still do Bad Company 2 stats online? They probably don't. There's probably like some other way of. There's an archive, right? Select platform, Xbox 360, Moody data. Congratulations, your stats were last updated. Okay, right, I need to see. Where's my archive? I want to see them. Where's my stats? It says check archive, but then it doesn't allow me to see them. Can I actually just see these, please? I want to show them off, because I went through them a while ago. Game tracker. Okay, let's try. Oh, that's been 404'd. 1 year ago. Oh, those are just dumps. There's a literal site archive dumps. Can we? Stats verse. Bad Company 2 stats verse. Oh, no, that's not secure. Okay, that's... Yeah. So, there's dog tags in BF6. Oh, my God. From what I've played, it feels like a mix of Battlefield 3 and 4. Ooh. Interesting. I know I always present myself as like the man who gets nothing but dog tags and who's like the best guy with a knife. I really wasn't, but the thing is, it's like when you spend so long running around with a knife and getting dog tags on the game that your main weapon is a platinum knife, I think it is. No, then it's like, oh, because you can platinum your weapons and get like medals for them and stuff. I platinumed the knife, and that is, I wouldn't say that was an easy task, considering you have to have the knife out most of the time. If I remember rightly, the stat was that I'd had the knife out for about an hour and 30 minutes or something when I'd stopped playing Bad Company 2. To put that in perspective, the knife is only on screen like a good couple of seconds when you use it. So that kind of gives you an idea of how often I must have been using this thing if it was an hour and 30 minutes. So, so that was that. I remember that stat well, because what I used to do is I used to play sniper, use the ghillie suit to hide in places, and then use that to get the drop on people. I'm just checking this. This is not going to be a spoiler, because it's not got any... Okay, so I went down like that. That's fine. You can just run around with... You can run around with just the knife out. In Bad Company 2, it was a bumper button thing. If I remember rightly, it was like the right stick. And right stick down would allow you to use it, but it was only like a quick thing. It was literally just like, swipe, and it's immediately gone. You know, it's back in where you holstered it. It wasn't sort of a it remains out kind of thing. So Excuse me, I coughed and everything went crazy there. So yeah, that was fun. I wish I had the ability to record stuff at that time as well, because that would have been the funniest time period for me. Although most of my games literally would have been just me screaming loudly, because I was guilty of every time I got knifed. I was like, no! This is the most humiliating thing ever. And there was other funny things that happened, like when I played Ghost. I think it was Ghost Recon Future Soldier. After that, the third person one where they had like an online element where you could go invisible and taser people. I was pretty much the same that way. Oh, there we go. Jen's found my stats on Statverse. Okay, so here we go, right? So, my score, right? I was a level 32 First Lieutenant. First Lieutenant 2. I had 7,028 kills, 5,651 deaths. My kill ratio was 1.24. Time played was 139 hours 51 minutes. The highest score I ever got was bonus score, which was 121,000. Score per minute, 182. I've played 532 games, won 293, lost 239, skill level 192, destruction kills 29, dog tags 1,483. Let's see, weapons. Right, let's go through and find the recon. There we go. Recon. Kills with the recon, 2,295. Deaths, 1,887. Time played, 20 hours. Let's see. When is this game coming? I can't wait anymore, says Bowman. I'm still working on it. Sorry, Bowman. Let's see. I'm trying to find the knife. Like, where's the knife? Because it's got to have it in my kit. Because, like, everything else is a freaking, like, gold star. Like, there's the M416 for the assault. 423 kills with that. Let's see what else I got. Engineer I was using. Let's see. Oh, yeah. The PPP 2000 Auto VAT. That one, I got 300 kills with that. With the medic. Let's see. The M60. I used the M60 and got 476 kills with that. 159 of them were headshots. The sniper. I used the G32 if I remember rightly. What, is it 32 or 24? Can't remember, but it says I used the gold sniper instead. And then the engineer. I used the Saiga Semi and got 154 kills with that. I used the Spas a little bit. The M14, I got 122 kills with that. And then the AA-12, I got 80 with that. Let's see. Trying to see where the knifing is. Vehicles, insignias? Can we go insignias? I need to see these pins. I didn't die once. This is Sky. Let's see. Insignias. Light, heavy, air, water, emplacement. No. I want pins. Let's try pins. Melee efficiency. There we go. Right? Pins are what you get every so often for doing various things in Battlefield. One of them is melee efficiency, right? Kill 4 enemies with melee weapons, right? I got that 209 times. Oh my god. Nemesis killed an enemy 5 times. I got that 62 times. Let's see. God, this was so good. Let's see. I'm trying to find any others for the knife, because I know I platinumed the knife, and it normally tells you how long you had the damn thing out. I got all the achievements. Progress! Does progress show it? First Lieutenant, blah, blah, blah. Next stars. Okay. I'll just quickly check this, and then I'll get back on with stuff. This is what happens when I go looking for stats again. I need to find it. Kills with grenades, kills with sniper rifles. Come on, there's gotta be a couple here. Kills with C4, elite service. No. Okay, so let's try history. Nothing. Tags. The whole thing for me here. Oh, this player's page cannot be loaded. God damn it. I wish it would show me the knife. Let's try gadgets. Ammo box, smoke grenades. Gadgets. No. Can I try gadgets with the sniper? Motion sensor. That was me being nasty. So as the sniper, because you have the motion sensor, the C4 and the mortars. As the sniper, I got gold 3 on the mortar strike. I killed 156 people with that, and the motion sensor I spotted 531. Oh, then I got 40 C4 kills. Well, let's see. Sidearms, gadgets. Combat knife! There we go. Right? Combat knife. Kills 1,470. Accuracy 42%. Time spent with combat knife 1 hour 8 minutes. And considering it's only on screen for like half a second or so, or a bit longer than that. But yeah, if I had Jen in here as well, Jen would tell you how annoying it was for her to hear me constantly being like, "No!" when I'm getting killed by people with a knife, and then when I'm laughing at other people getting killed by my knife. I was an absolute demon with the knife. I would literally sacrifice everything just to get one knife kill. It was so stupid. Thank you very much, Jen.
No problem.
I didn't want to search that on the computer with it being potentially risky, especially with me doing my project.
Yeah, no problem. I thought so that's why I did it on my thing.
Let's do bridge there. Oh, it's bridged and then went to the wrong place. I'm going to have to move that down. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't play Battlefield, that will probably mean nothing to you. That's just a bunch of random stats. But yeah, oh my god. So much fun. I'm thinking about Dave being a chaotic gremlin. Oh, thinking about Dave being a chaotic gremlin is weird to think about, but also funny. I was thinking about it before, right, of doing, like, some practice animation, but, like, skits with both me and Moody in the same frame. Do, like, voiceover lines and everything else, and then doing the animation. I could so still do that and do, like, the Battlefield thing, and then just have Moody running around with a knife. Because that's literally what that would be. Oh. Because the funny idea I had for that, I was thinking about this when I was coming back before, when I was organizing everything. The funny idea I had for that was literally like the introduction, and doing like a Looney Tunes style thing, where the characters are both introducing each other, and it's Dave just being like, "Hi, it's nice to be here. I'm kind of the shy one," and then just have Moody be like, I put up with too much stuff. He can't look after himself, just points at Dave. I think that would be pretty amusing. Oh, can I just drag that down? I want a height variation here, which is why I did this. Can I just... Bam, let's drag that down there. Just wondering, will you play Deltarune? Yes. I want to stream it. I want to play it. I know I streamed Chapter 2 ages ago. But of course, I've recently started redoing chapter 1 again, and then I gave up on it when I was getting ready to do all of this stuff. So, my whole plan now is to go back to it. So if I can jump on that relatively soon, then I will, because I want to actually get to 3 and 4. Because I've done this amazing thing at the moment where I've actually avoided spoilers for 3 and 4. Like, you could say I haven't, because I know about, like, Tenor and stuff like that through the Undernet, because everybody is seemingly running around as Tenor at the moment, or some other characters. But for the most part, I've managed to avoid the actual context for said spoilers or any story beats. You know, so far it's just been, oh, this thing is a character. Oh, okay. You know, so it's not like the world is falling down around me and everything is ruined, which I find quite nice, because I didn't want that anyway. So, even like a month or so after release, I'm still managing to, for the most part, keep it on the low and avoid anything that would be a potential spoiler to me. And then hopefully I can enjoy everything when I get round to it, just as like a blind run, because I don't like it when stuff gets spoiled for me. It tends to really ruin the experience, and then I don't actually play. I just don't bother. It's like, the easiest way to describe it is, it's like, if you've ever experienced or heard of the phenomena when I think it was the last Harry Potter book was done, or whenever, originally, when it was like Snape kills Dumbledore. When that was out, I gave up watching the movies and reading the books, because I was like, okay, I don't need to know anything now. You know, I pretty much do that every time I get spoilers for anything. It's just like, oh, so this thing happens? Oh, okay, fair enough then. I don't need to waste my time. You know, so it's hopefully that won't happen, because I'm really enjoying Deltarune. Like everybody else, I just don't want it to get spoiled. In fact, when I'm in the Undernet and when people are talking about it now, normally I just immediately hightail it out of there. I hate texture repetition. Look forward to seeing you play then. Ooh, nice. Thank you for the inspiration. I'll draw that now, says Sammy. I want to go down there. The idea is you go through here, you go down, you go along here, and then I think I might go down again into Napster Blue's bit, because this little, like, height variation thing, it adds up over time. I didn't want to know that, says Joe. Oh no! I have to wait to tell that one joke I've been telling people about Tenor. So, like, here we go. This is what would be the end of the bit where you, like, this is that's that new asset that I made that I showed off. That's so nice. So we go into here, and then it stops, and then we cut to the next scene, which is through here. So you then get to see that from the distance behind, so you never actually get to see it fully. So I just cut that room out completely. But then we got this, and then you go along here, then it goes down to here. I don't know whether to go down again or not. You know, like, just keep going down and down and down and down. It's either that or I go up again. Because I could just go up. That would be kind of interesting, but at the same time, it's like, too much height variation is a bit crazy. I've tried to kind of vary it throughout the ruins to kind of make them look at least a little bit more visually interesting than being on the same level. Because, like, if we go in wireframe, I'm not spoiling anything. But, where is it? I think I've done it here. Or I've done it a little bit. It's hard to tell, but for, like, some bits. Like, the giant hall, I've made that all one thing. And then I think, does it drop here a little bit? There's a little step there. It drops to go down to the candy area. I like the candy area. It's pretty nice. And then that's the bit where you fall down into the section below. That bit's pretty cool. Um, this bit I think is flat because of that room coming out there. There's the roof being held up. There's all the spikes, and then again it goes flat. So yeah, having it drop here isn't too bad. Once you do the ruins revamp, you'll be going. So yeah, what happens is New Home will be slightly redone, but I'm gonna get to that a little bit later on. What I want to do is do the ruins and then go straight to animating the ruins. Just to get it over and done with, so we get an actual section of the animation out for people to enjoy. New Home, though, I'll be putting that on like a pin board or something, but New Home will be redone. Only little bits of it, though. Like, if I go to New Home, right, we'll go to the final version, just for a moment. Open that up. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to be doing, right? So we've got... This might actually be interesting, because this is running in a new version of Blender as well, so it might run bad, it might look worse. I'll also be redoing the player model as well. That's going to be fun. Holy crap, it's loading everything and it looks weird compared to when I put it out. Okay, there's Sans. He's just there, doing things. Oh, come on, load! This is what happens when you don't load something in ages. Fem Dave Act. No. Oh, Arc. Oh, hi, Sans. Surprise, Sans. Seriously, why is it just black? It might be because there's no lights in that area. Can I just, like... Dude, where's... That moment where it showed it before in the animation, and then it's just gone jet black. What the hell? Seriously. Her name is Mukan. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Where I was like, damn, I look good in a dress. Here we go, right? Why is it not letting me? Oh, here we go. I'll have to do it through the animation window. Right? This is the player stepping out of... This doesn't actually look too bad. Oh, my God. That looks a lot better in Blender 4.5. Okay. Right, so... The idea... Jeez, that actually does look nice. The idea behind New Home's update is that none of that's getting touched. None of that. That's maybe the floor, just to make it not look like that. Because the floor is literally just a repeating block texture, and I don't think that looks good. So I will actually have to give the floor a good going over and at least make it look better. But the whole point of the ruins and the upgrade for New Home is to take a lot of these details, like the materials here, like the bricks, and make them stand out more. So, like, for instance, in here, the floor might be redone a little bit. I'm trying to think of what I would do, because I don't want to do too much. That actually works, that normal map there. So the floor, maybe certain choice parts of the walls, and maybe bits of these stairs get picked out. Dynamic motion synthesis. No, I haven't. Average. For the most part, this is not looking too bad. But basically, anything that I can swap really easy that makes things pop and look a little bit more 3D, I'm going to be doing that. And for New Home, the idea was just this brick texture. Anything that uses it and doesn't pop in 3D, I want to make it pop more. Because, like, over there, with this angle and this lighting, that actually doesn't look too bad. That looks, like, pretty much 3D. I just don't want it all looking flat. Some of these details here might get changed as well, because they look a little bit flat. Why is it running at 15 frames per second? Because of that much stuff being on screen. Like, literally, there is tons of stuff on screen. I don't know whether there's still arrays or not. I hope they're not. But yeah. Like with Asgore's front here, I might light that up a little bit better and make that look a little bit more 3D. The top of his fence, I want to do that. I can hear your PC running from here. Did you model the surface? I'm going to be doing that eventually. I want to redo that. That actually looks pretty cool. That's not too bad for Asgard's front yard in 3D. This is all kinds of crazy because I've changed the lighting for everything because it was the outside walk. But yeah, anything that like that where I can pick out bricks and just make it look slightly more 3D, I'm going to do on the main parts. So like I'm not going to do, say, like bricks around the back here. It's all going to be stuff that we can see. So like for instance, if I do a shot and the shot is from like up here watching the player walk, and some of these walls that we see next to the stairs, they don't look as 3D as they could do, I'm going to be slapping bricks there that look 3D. Just so that, one, they catch the light, and two, it gives the illusion that there's more detail there than there actually is. It's pretty much the same thing that I'm doing with the ruins. And displacement, they've already got displacement and normals. They've literally got displacement and normals already all over the place, which is why they look like that. Probably going to have to heavily edit the lighting as well. You can see the displacement and normals there. They don't look like that. Trust me, they have them. Like, I'll pull them up in a moment, like the materials, just to check them. But yeah, a lot of these look really flat. Like, over here with, they look like that on NVIDIA Neural Texture Compression Demo. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, like, over here with the Judgment Hall, this is going to get the treatment for, 3D-ness on the outside. For inside, it's not got any lighting because of me taking the lighting out of there to use it outside. The same with like the castle. The outside of the castle, we're going to do the exact same thing. Probably the interior as well. Does that still have? No, it doesn't. I'm blind. Are we in the throne room right now? Yes, we are. Because there's the lights. But there's no actual proper lighting in here, so that's why we can't see. That's in one of the other files. But yeah, for any bits like that, I'm going to be doing them in 3D. And then there's that little detailer I mentioned, I think in one of the other videos recently, where I was like, this was going to be on the ramparts of the castle. But instead, I didn't do that, and I put it on here. And then I was like, wait a minute, I can use that in the ruins as well, because it looks kind of cool. So I ended up using that, so I do like that little detail for the Judgment Hall, though. That's pretty cool. That looks nice. But yeah, let's just check these shaders, because they should have... where is it? Notice how everything moves really good now compared to what it did with all the shaders and everything else on. It shouldn't have any arrayed things, and it should have displacement and other stuff on. Hang on. Just making sure that's not an array. Because I remember when I said, like, I did an update for this ages ago. Why am I not able to click that? Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's all. That's all one mesh. Can I get rid of the background for a moment so I can see this? Yeah, that's all one mesh. That's fine. I might have to compress these into... Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, hang on. Have I? No, it's auto smooth. That's fine. I might have to make it so there's less meshes and just more big meshes for it to run better. Because, like, with some of the segments here, some of those are pretty crazy. Like, I could merge all of those. That would probably make it run better. Is your PC on fire due to lag, or is your PC a beast? It's okay at the moment. It's not running too bad. When I put it in, like, this view... Where is it? Trying to find the... Oh, there it is. Trying to find the city now. When I put it in, like, shader view, and for some strange reason it's black again. When I put it in shader view like this, you can see it kind of lagging a little bit. But it's actually running a lot better than the older versions of Blender, so we're slowly getting there. You gotta remember as well, I'm lighting this with, like, individual lights in different locations, so that's a bit of a pain. But, not just that, this is actually rendering it with new lighting from Blender 4.2, which is more accurate. So that's cool. It just means that the visuals are a little bit better. Although saying that, I need to fix shadows there. But yeah, these should... If I go, where is it? Just real quick before I carry on. So yeah, those are the bumps. Those are the bumps there that go into the normal. And then not everything has displacement, but I know a few things do. Where is it? There we go. So yeah, we've got displacement. I'm assuming I'm going to need to set that up differently. That's just how it was working originally. Do you plan to put any songs in this, like Time of Grats? I really want ties in there, but I know it's going to annoy people. Like, I want ties ending and hopes and dreams if possible, because they're so good. But I know it's going to annoy some people that have heard them like a million times. Hey, Alvin! Alvin, at some point I need to get your lines off you for Red Oni, if you remember that. I was literally being serious because your lines for Oni sounded pretty good. So it's like, yeah, I'll get you. Due to copyright as well, maybe. Yeah, like copyright from Mr. Wolf has been a pain to deal with. That's gonna be an issue that I'm gonna have to get round. Because I know Mr. Wolf is literally just not gonna make this. No, I can't just use Undertale music. It'll get copyright striked. Like, even Toby is getting annoyed by that. You can see it because he even said, like, dude, this should be free for everybody. And then, of course, there's the copyright issue. You know, so it's like, So it's like, I want to use Undertale music as much as possible. But at the same time, I don't want to have the entire thing be copyright, you know, by Materia Music or whatever. It's like, dude, seriously? The thing is, it's like, I could get somebody, hopefully, at least, if I get lucky, because I don't know anybody who does, like, audio. I could get really lucky and get somebody to do, like, the entire soundtrack. If that's, like, me hoping. That's, like, me really hoping. Or, like, the best sort of thing I could hope for is that literally I get so lucky with asking somebody that, because I'm not in a hurry at the moment, they literally do like an orchestral score of the entire soundtrack. That would be amazing. That's the best thing I would hope for, but and there's MatPat. Oh my god, you can't even make that up. But yeah, if I could get an orchestral score, that would be amazing. MatPat real? Seriously, what are the odds of MatPat coming in here? Welcome to Game Theory. Oh, I got it in my head now. Oh, hey, Sans. Hello to anyone that's turning up. Wait, can I just, like, throw that there? So, the question now is, like, what do I do here? I think I go down for these rooms. Because I've seen them in, like, other things be going down, so if, like, for instance, we take that one, we put that there. Is it is Sans or is Sans Ness? So I reckon here we get a bigger archway like that. Where is it? We get a bigger arch and we put that there for, you know, the Frogget room. Let's see how that actually looks. How did we get here? This is Alvin. How many people do you think would lose their minds due to excitement when they see the finished project? I honestly don't know. Like, the thing is, I I'm just going ahead and making all this stuff and be like, oh, this is cool. What are we doing here? I'm making a Undertale 3D AU. I'll pull up the short for it. Hang on. Let's try and pull up the short, the new one that I keep using over and over and over again. That's the one, I think. Yeah. Okay. So I'll pull this up and then people can see it. I think it's that one. If I just bam. There we go. I gotta get the damn thing centered on screen. Indeed, Undertale in 3D. So yeah, this is what I'm working on. This is the short that I put out a little while ago. When someone tells you about Undertale in 3D, do you think of this? Maybe this? I'm not so sure about that one. That one mod? Roblox? Or this?
If you refuse to fight, Asgore will take your soul and destroy humanity.
How did you get here, my child? Are you hurt?
In this world, it's kill or be killed. I was so tired of being a flower.
It was nice to meet you. Goodbye.
So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I do all the animation and all of the environments and everything. So yeah, it's fun. Are you making a game? Sky deliberately asks that because he knows it's not a game. It's a movie. He's just doing it for the giggles. But yeah, the amount of people that have been saying like, dude, I'll make a games is average. You know what the funny thing is? I literally, before I did the stream, I went into the Undernet to post in self promotion, and somebody's come in after, I think it's the same person who's making like another fan game or something, and they've come in and gone, I'm currently working on an Undertale fan game that's in 3D known as Hopes of the Void. Right now I'm in need of a 3D modeler who can make maps. Feel free to give me a DM if I'm interested. And I'm like, huh, interesting. So I guess we'll see how that goes. I'll make a game of this. I could, and it'd have post-2013 textures. Like, doing a fan game would be pretty fun, but again, the whole thing with me is just making sure that that when this is all said and done, that everything's okay, and I'm not, like, illegally using assets. How's your day? My day's been fine. I want to stay here, but I have to sleep, says Swoop. Thank you very much, Swoop. See you next time. Toby Fox says, whoa. Hello, people. Just coming in. Let's see. Yeah, if I do this with Napstabluke's area and kind of open it up a little bit and make it bigger, then we've got this larger door that goes out and goes down, and then Napstabluke's area can, like, tie in here. The thing is, it's weird because now I have to block this bit out. Where is it? Because normally his area is really confined, but in his fight, the whole point is to get past him. So that'd mean I'd have to do something like that, where you box this in. Jen playing copyrighted music in the background because she's going on Harry Potter. All I can hear is I'm like, oh no.
You should have been on mute, and I just finished my other game. I was like, I need something else to pop on. Oh, There's like
YouTube is gonna have a field day with me for that one. It's gonna be like, so anyway, this stream that you've been doing, no.
I'm going on something else now. I'm in a mood to finish my game and I'm like, I need another game to play.
PS1 Harry Potter? No, it was the what, the Lego one? But yeah, you could probably hear that in the background.
Hopefully not. It was that.
Here's where YouTube's like, we heard half a second of audio. Right. So if we heard half a second of audio and the government doesn't approve. We're gonna come round and arrest you for doing copyrighted material. Excuse me?
The government for most of the games we've got, even the innocent ones.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm totally going there, by the way, with that whole thing this week of the internet slowly getting censored. I do not agree with that at all, in the slightest, for obvious reasons. Here's where I literally get the police knocking at my door now. It's like, so anyway, you said you don't agree with this. Why? It's like, well, I don't believe in censorship, especially when technically without censorship I've been able to do something that's really cool, you know, and work and talk to a lot of people, and potentially that ruins everything if it gets censored. So, yeah. Lego Harry Potter is sick. I ruined Jen's fun. The moment I called her out on it, she's like, no, I'm going on something else now. Now she's going on Crash. The inferior version, because it's not the PS1 version.
I'm just having a look and see what I've got on. I'm installing Mario for tomorrow. I would go and never remember again.
Sebastian Wolf is annoying. Yes. Yes, he is. Dave, no politics. The moment I turned around and even brought that up, you just know the police have been called to my address right now. If I suddenly get arrested during the stream, well then you know what's happened. The Toby Fox? Yo! So what do we reckon about Naps the Blue's bit here? Because I know the whole thing is we have to get past him. And I don't want to leave too much space either side, but I also want to make the area look cool. So that kind of like archway there makes it look interesting. Do you have a license for those opinions, says John? Oh. Sky says, if you ever need a place to hide out, my door's open. I wish it was that easy. No. Let's see here. What does everybody think about the bit with Naps the Blue? Because the one problem that I'm having with there is just having to get round him. Because easily you could just like walk around him. I know it's meant to be narrow there, but I'm like, do I make like another doorway there? Are you gonna be okay? You sound sick. Yes, I'm gonna be okay. It's just at the moment I got one hell of a chesty cough. What program are you using? I'm using Blender. Hello to anyone that's new to the channel, by the way. That was have harmful thoughts. You need to take your joy, Dave. I think maybe Dave? Says David, what's up? I can either do that, or I can do that for Naps the Blue. The problem is, if I do that, I need to put the leaves around near the door, because the way that this works is there's leaves all the way around here, but that would actually cut off that entire area. And make like little shrine things here either side. What does everybody in chat think? Like, especially if I throw up the ruins here, right? Where's the link? If I link you guys, this is literally a DeviantArt link that has the ruins map in it. If you go to that, it's like an 8K res image. If you go along to the bit with the spider room, which is literally just the small room with a sign and a bunch of cobwebs in, that's about halfway through, you'll see what I'm doing round about there. It's also next to the table with cheese and the save point, and the room with the 3 froggets above it. Show it rendered. I can't. It's just, this is just blocks. God, that's a terrible cough. I can put it on screen. Hang on. I can put the site on screen. No textures. No, it's not got any textures on it. That's why it's grey. Let's see. Where is it? I'm trying to find it in Firefox here. Ah, there we go. So if I throw that up now, bam, right? The area with the leaves in the middle of the screen, that's literally the room that I'm doing the, it's like right next to the cheese, which is on the left of the screen, at the mid-left. That's where we've come from, and we've gone into the like 2 rooms that are separated by the leaves in the center. That's what I'm doing now in 3D. So it's like, okay, so how do we separate that? No. The human doesn't want to step on the leaves because they don't want to fall. Maybe. See, the thing is, the reason why it's like that, because I could just delete that. The reason why that's so small is it forces you into that fight with Napsterbluke. So I'm like, maybe I do that then. I just have these be like small shrine areas. Let's just try blocking something out for a second, see whether that works. If I just do that, right? That kind of gives that impression. Then I'd need to block out the rest of this, so I need to tweak the environment slightly. But we've got like, if I was to throw these walls just out there, so they're slightly bigger. About there maybe. And then, because this is just a block out at the moment, so it's no big deal. You can take that and just go. And just duplicate that, bring that down. And then I could easily copy that to there. Thing is, with this area, I'd have to make it more interesting than it already is. So I'd have to put like details here. I think I can make it work, especially if I put like some pillars in or something. Because of how big the area is. Let's see. The perspective looks cool. Because, like, the only other thing that I can think of is I look at the reference from Bricadia. Where is it? I'll pull up Bricadia as well and show you that. Because that's pretty cool. And I've looked at that recently too. We'll see how they've done it. Because they might have literally done it the exact same way. That moment where I'm running Unreal Engine 5 at the same time as Blender. Hoo boy. Right, so we go game capture. Bricadia? There we go. Right, so the reason why I'm on this is because it actually has a recreation of the ruins in it. And I actually really like it. So I can use it for reference. Oh, Thanks to Damon for this, by the way. Let's just go this way. Fall down. There we go. Lego Frisk! Right, let's just go ghost mode here for a moment. We're going full Kara here. Just so I can, like, fly through the world. I keep going back to this world so I can use it for reference every now and again. So we're about roughly there. That's the first one. Oh my god, cute. Hey, memes. So this is the area that I did, well, that we're near. I thought you were playing Roblox. No. So this is the area that I just blocked out with the spike fence, or spike wall here. What is this, Roblox? No, this is Brickadia. It's like a Lego game. But, this is the area that I'd be doing. There's the bit with the cheese. Right? Which is pretty cool. This is the bit that I'm on about. Like, I can see this in first person, so I can look and see what they've done. That's kind of cool. But that's the area with Naps the Bloke. And they deliberately do that to force you into that fight. So it's like, let's have a look. That's pretty cool. I like the alcoves here. Maybe I do something like that. Because that's that down bit that I'm trying to copy as well. That's the Three Froggets room. That's the spider room. That's kind of nothing new. So I don't have to worry about that. It's mainly just this. Can I eat it? So this is the kind of thing that we might be seeing. I'm just trying to figure out what I would do because mine's slightly bigger. Maybe I do that kind of thing. Like, make an entirely new section there that just, like, goes like that instead. Because that would be pretty cool. And then later on we've got... The whole idea is I'm doing up to this section. So we've got, like, the Froggets room, which looks cool. And then my version is going to go to the... And it's going to stop. No. Because then once it stops there, I can cut it off. Because then we'll end up at tutorials. So yeah, okay. Let's quit that out. Average. Can I eat it, says John? No. So, again, that's kind of what I got going here. The thing is, I think I might have made the room slightly too wide. Because of... It's deliberately meant to feel a little bit claustrophobic. If I do, like... I do like that either side. Let's see about that if I just join that there for the moment and then put that there. Okay, that doesn't look as bad. That looks at least a little bit more enclosed. And then for that, instead of having that there, I have a game theory, is that Frisk is playing Lego and he's building the underground out of Lego, but hey, that's just a theory. No, I really like that. That was a really cool way of being able to look at stuff in 3D and be like, oh, okay, that's a neat idea. I'm still wondering about the, like, what to bridge in the center, though, because I could just bridge the entire thing. Let's see what I've done for the other bits. I know that one was an exception, because that had... Where is it? Yeah, that one's an exception. That tunnel. Let's see... Trying to think. Nope, that's all the same. And that should be the same too. Yep. So the only other bit that's different is the bit going to the bit where you fall down with this bit. The only thing I can think of doing is literally just joining it and then doing a new asset like that. So like. Turning around and be like, oh, okay, take that. bridge that over there. This is like the crappiest block out ever, but it's whatever. So we do that, and then we move this up, just so it's out of Toriel's way a little bit, about there. And then I try and do something with that kind of look. Oh, if we go through here, got that. That doesn't look too bad. Could try and work a new asset for that. I'll have to see what else I can do there. This bit I don't think is too bad. I just need a new set of stairs that are big, that go down to the Frogget room. So I need to expand the wall there slightly. If I take that, I just rotate that on its axis. I want as much of this blocked out as possible, because the idea is I'm gonna go on games in like the next 9 minutes. It's like I want to finish up with hopefully having most of this kind of set up so I can come back to it at some point and be like, yeah, okay, there we go. And just start adding textures and everything. It's going to be fun when we get tutorials, because tutorials doesn't need too much doing to it, which is it's hopefully not going to require so long to do. The only reason this has taken so long is because the style choice. Like, trying to match everything to each other is painstaking. That's why it takes so long. Oh. Right, if I take that and then that and just go, just make sure that that's in the right place. Yeah, it should be. And then I know that isn't even on both sides. I'll just try and do that. And the idea is that I can then just raise that section there. And these other two bits, where are they? Right. If I raise these two now, that should... Hey! That should work, and then I can just... Where is it? Trying to find the... Oh, no, wait, it's because that wall being there. If I just do that and just go... then that works. And I can just... I need the spider room done there, but yeah, I can just go from there. So that's not too bad so far. Spider room, spider room. Right, let's try and make this roughly about the same size real quick. That moment, I'm literally just like trying to do this as quickly as possible, just because of the way that things are at the moment. Trying to get it like so much done within a certain period of time is crazy. But at least I'm not like totally rushing it. It's literally just a block out, which is no big deal. Right, let's try. Because I'll be tweaking this off stream anyway, so. The idea is I'm probably going to go for more shape in each of these rooms just to make them look a little bit better so they're not like totally squared off. There you go. So that's the spider room practically done. So there we go. We got Naps the Luke's room, that exit, and then the spider room. That's not too bad. Then, if I take that, Move that down a little bit. Then we got the Frogget room. Which is... Where is it? There it is. If I take that and have that go down the same length or the same distance as the other stuff, go from like there. I take one of the sets of stairs, and that should be fun. Where's the stairs? There they are. I'll just put them there as like a placeholder. And then I can actually do the stairs again later. Because it's really easy to do most of this. Let's do 90 there. Let's see. Sammy says, I've been watching playthroughs of FNAF, and every time I see those boxes, I see FNAF sister location map. It was like when I posted up an image the other day, and it was just like the wireframe of this section of the ruins, and I just imagined everyone would be like, wait, what? You know? So, if I do like that, I do this, because we've got like a little tunnel before that. I'm gonna have to figure out some way of doing that, right? Because that goes down. The only thing I can think of is that we raise the roof here slightly, or we have it going at an angle. I'm not quite sure right now, because I've not actually done anything with the height changes with that segment in mind. But yeah, then that room would come in. There's the Frogget room. And then all of that. So that would be about there, roughly. And then I'd have to take that and put that at the other end. Where is it? That has to go roughly about there, because of the way that the room is designed. It's weird how it doesn't seem to be even, but it's just how it is in game. Just need to bring that down so I know where the height changes. Do that for the rest of these rooms. Then let's see, that's the big room there. And then that's the end bit. Because the spikes there, I won't move that. I'll just keep that as the end section. We can just go... Oh, come on now. Okay, there. And then we got like a little tunnel that goes to here, roughly. Like slightly sticks out a little bit. And then we've got this entire room up until here, roughly. And then that's it. I don't need to put like another door there, because that's not going to be seen. It's only going to be seen walking into here, and then we won't do the actual switch puzzle. I say that now. Watch me like clone it 4 times later on and be like, oh, okay. Even though we don't need to see it. But But yeah, that should be everything blocked out for the time being, for this section, at least. But yeah, we got a bit of blocking done. Hopefully, we'll see more of this, like, as I actually detail it. I'm going to have to look at, like, ruins style doorways and just see, because that might end up being one of the ones that has more stone stuff on it. But for now, that's not looking too bad. So, thank you everyone. Thank you for your company. It's been fun as usual. I shall see you on the next one. So until then, bye.